Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today we are starting something very, very special. We are starting the first episode of our holiday series. I am super excited for this one. As you guys can see, we're up here in the mountains, and I figured nothing else would be better for a holiday series than getting some mountains, getting some snow, and maybe adding some magical holiday cheer. So, in today's episode, we're going to be working on the mountains back here. As you guys have been watching the streams, it's probably a little bit farther ahead than what you're seeing right now because I had to start this guy a little bit in advance. But last time we were streaming, to give you guys a pinpoint of when I'm starting these, we finished up this section right in here. I've shown this off a little while ago in a video, and since then we'll probably have done a little bit more of this area throughout, but regardless, it's time to work on this big guy up here. So the goal of this whole entire series is to make a magical little holiday environment, little like Santa's workshop, something like that up here at the top. So we can go ahead and take our new waterfall all the way up to the top as a quick way to get up here, and I'll show you guys what we're going to be working with. But while we're traveling up here, I got a question for you guys. What is your favorite holiday memory or tradition? Like, what's something that your family does every single year that you always love? Let me know down in the comments below. Super curious to hear about that for you guys. Myself, or my family, we always go out and do this like big fancy shopping spree where we get all our gifts for everybody at one time, and then we just kind of go and hang out and do a big fun dinner. And I always find that one super fun because one, it gets all the shopping out of the way, which is awesome, and two, you get to just have a night out on the town hanging out with the family. Anyways, what we're going to be working on in today's episode is a lot of terraforming. Today, we're going to be getting the foundation down for what we can build our magical little village in. So we need to go ahead and bring these mountains all the way down here. The central little strip right there is going to be a river running through. And I want to go ahead and open it out a little bit more back there probably so we can have an area for a few little houses and things like that. But as it's going to be nighttime, we got to go ahead and take a little sleep right here. But what we're going to be working on today is doing a lot of that terraforming good stuff. Starting with, I'm going to go ahead and get the river in here. Then I'm going to try and incorporate in a few time lapses, things like that, just making this overall place looking pretty freaking interesting and hopefully pretty cool. So with that, all right, time for a little bit of a progress update here, guys. So I went ahead and finished up kind of the general outline that I want the river to be taken coming throughout this area. As you can see, we're really piling up the dirt on the sides because that's going to be a little bit of a mountainy hill right there. So obviously we need the dirt to be kind of sloping up with it so it looks a little bit nicer, but it comes basically to right here. And we're bringing it all the way down here. It gets a little bit wider and shallow, and then it's going to come down here and kind of skinny up and go off the waterfall because we don't want this guy to look too massive, because looking down here you can see that it's very, very skinny. Some areas it's only 1 block wide, but I wanted to give it a little bit more character up here and maybe we can add in some ice along the edge because this is all going to be completely covered in snow when we're done. But anyways, I'm going to get back to it, working on this guy, and I'll be back with you guys soon. All right, final progress update for the river here before I just go ahead and finish it off. We got everything down here is detailed up. It's kind of how far as I want it to go for now. We got some cobble down there, we got some coarse dirt down there, and I went ahead and incorporated some slabs and stairs and waterlogged them just to make it look like it's flowing a little bit better and kind of more rough and rocky with still being only 1 deep water. Like that little guy right there, adding little rocks along the edge. So up here, however, I've been working on bringing this guy all the way up throughout. You can see that all of this dirt is now in place. We are through 1 whole shulker box of dirt already. So, you know, that's pretty crazy. We're working through all this stuff, and I'm going to bring the water up to here. And I have an idea for what I want to have, like the water coming out of like a mountain well or something like that. But we'll see about getting that one done here a little bit later on. However, it's time for me to go ahead and kind of bring back in all of our coarse dirt and get some buckets in here and kind of start detailing in and adding in some coarse dirt along the edges right here, just making it look a little bit rougher and making an area that won't turn into grass, which is kind of what we want, because we want along the edge it's going to be a lot of gravel and dirt and coarse dirt and all that stuff, and then up above will be kind of the snowy layers. But the snow is still going to be piled up on top of this stuff, but we just want to make it look good from the edge, so it's not just all grass or dirt or everything going throughout the whole place. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. I'll go ahead and get the water in here as well, but just breaking up little spots like this, adding in the dirt, instead of having everything just being that green, grassy stuff. It's working out a little bit better in my opinion so far. But yeah, let me go ahead and get the rest of this water in here, get this guy detailed out a little bit more, and I'll be back with you guys. We can work on the mountains. All right, guys, for better or for worse, I went ahead and finished everything up here for filling in the water, and as you can see, all of it turned into ice. So, I mean, I guess we are going for a snowy environment up here, and ice, I guess, is pretty good. So, we'll go ahead and leave it for now. We might come in and throw them. You can throw in some armor stands or things like that underneath the water so that we can go ahead and do that, and it'll actually, the ice will stop spawning. we can do that pretty easily with the armor stands tool that we have. That'd be a lot of them, but I don't know. It might be worth it. Anyways, though, what we're going to be working on next is I want to focus on bringing in this little side of the mountains right here, getting this little guy finished up, ready to go. So with that, we're going to try and do the first time lapse for the day. So I will catch you guys on the other side of this here time lapse. Alright, welcome on back everybody. So we got a lot of work done in those little time-lapse clips right there. We did this one, so let's go ahead. While we're right here, we might as well just do this one so you guys can actually see how all this stuff works instead of from super fast time-lapse mode. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Bringing back the time-lapses here. I've been kind of missing them, and I know a lot of you have as well. So I'm going to do my best moving forward to try and incorporate those more into episodes and things like that. We might already have some in some other episodes. Whoa, hello there. Leg spike everywhere. We gotta love those lighting updates. But yeah, that was really cool. Now with Optifine out, I can actually run 2 Minecrafts at once and get a decent amount of frames per second if I kind of reduce the time-lapse one down, which is totally fine because it gets sped up. So that being said though, we got this face in right here, which we're jumping on right now. This is all brand new. We got that big guy up over there, which is looking pretty sweet. And all this little area in here with some dirt, which we will be turning into some snow. Luckily, thankfully, our snow farm is back up and running, so I have a bunch of that stuff stored up here ready to go. This section, however, is what we're going to be working on next. I know more terraforming stuff. That's what this whole episode's about. Right there is where our water is going to be going, coming from like this little well that's going to sit in there, and I needed to have another mountain shelf to kind of cover that guy up, so I'm going to work on bringing that stuff in all the way through there. Then I'll try and close out this area here with some more mountains as well, just kind of getting everything here finalized and finished up so we can start working and doing some more stuff. I figured right in here would be a good little spot for our little village thing. So this episode is definitely the one where we're doing the most amount of work because I wanted to have like a big terrain area kind of dedicated to this. And I figured nothing better than adding the terrain itself into our mountain biome that we've been working on so much. Just trying to bring all these little hidden things throughout the entire world. So this guy will be kind of hard for people to see unless they actually go out exploring for it and things like that, which should be pretty cool. But I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to do, since we just did a big old time-lapse of working through all this stuff, I don't really want to be doing another time-lapse right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get a bunch of work done here, kind of filling in these last areas, getting all this stuff up here running. All right, progress update time, guys. So I went ahead and filled in this whole area with dirt and made it pretty flat so that we can do some cool building stuff in here. I figured we want to have a flat area to build on. We can maybe throw a little house in over there, maybe one in right there, one in right there, and we get like 4 of them up here, and maybe like a small workshop place or something. I filled in this stone wall right here that we're looking pretty good there. I do need to go ahead and figure out how to do a connection point from up to there, down to here so far. And beyond that, we got a lot of cool stuff going so far. It's mostly just building in the pieces right now, connecting everything up. So a lot more stone placing, mountain placing, all that good stuff. I guess, yeah, we're placing down entire mountains. If only it was 1 block at a time, guys. If only it was 1 block at a time. That's way too high. What am I doing? Actually, maybe we make a little peak right here and bring it back down. That could be a good way of doing it. But yeah, I'll tell you guys what. Let me go ahead and keep working through this thing. Got a lot of stuff done. Got a lot of cool stuff going here. It's looking pretty awesome, I gotta say. I'm really, really happy with this little valley look right throughout here. I think that's awesome. I'll come back to you guys when I got another update for you. I'm getting a very big Mountains of Skyrim feel here, guys. This thing's looking pretty awesome now. So we've got just the last little bits here to fill in and close the space off completely, which is looking pretty freaking awesome. Right in there, it's going to be our little waterway. It's going to be coming down all the way through here. Really, really loving this place right now. It's looking pretty sweet. We got to go ahead and get all this stuff in here. I'm thinking about bringing that mountain kind of coming down here and kind of sloping it down. So these kind of 2 are going to be pretty high points up in here. Overall, pretty happy with this one. I think that's a little too flat and straight for my liking right there right now. But that's something that I can kind of work on as we go throughout. I can really mix it up as we need. Maybe literally just even like bringing this up right here and bringing you down one so those aren't on the same levels. That might actually be, oh, hello. Falling all the way down there. All right, well, let me go ahead and finish up getting that little area in. Then I'll go ahead and get like just the general outline of this one, come back and show you guys that one. And I think that'll be enough for 1 episode here for our good old holiday special we got going on. We got a lot of work done. So just a little bit more here to do and we'll be all done. And there we have it, guys. The outline for this last section. Just looking down from this area. Oh my gosh. This is looking so freaking cool. I'm so excited with how this is turning out. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to get the rest of this place detailed out, decorated up. I think for now we're going to go ahead and just leave this all as stone. And if we have time at the very end, we'll come back in and add some texture variation to it. I just want to make sure that I can get all of these episodes out to you guys in a timely fashion because this is a big project, as you guys can see. And if we went back and did texture variation on this, that would double the amount of time it takes to do this episode. And currently I am on hour 7. Yeah, hour 7. Oh well, so last thing we got to do in this little area here is finish up this last little tiny section of the mountains, and that will finish off our little valley. Super excited for that. We got to just go ahead and get a little bit in here. As you guys can see from up here on this side, we can go ahead and jump up here. Sorry, car in the background, don't know if you can hear it or not. But we want to go ahead and jump all the way up here to the top. Nope, and we're falling back down. Let's see, can we just go ahead and do something like you? Yeah, cool. Parkour. We're so good. Okay, so this guy right here, we have that low point right there, kind of drops down again, comes up here, drops back down, comes right back up, drops kind of down a little bit, and eases its way back up to the very top peak. So I really wanted to go ahead and create something more of a smooth sloping, but a lot of variety to it, to help kind of keep it in line with what we got going on, this little bit of a ridge line here and everything like that. Thought that'd be a super cool idea. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I do need to go ahead and get in here and detail this out and just kind of, well, fill in the rest of the mountain area. So I'm going to go ahead and get that guy done, and I'll be back to you guys so we can finish this episode off for real. Ooh, man, this has been a lot of work, but it's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, guys, welcome on back. Look at this sun rising over here. Just set in this mood so perfectly inside of our valley. Unfortunately, we still got all these stupid things here to deal with. How all the water is going to be flowing down and everything. I'm almost thinking like right here, I want to go ahead and throw in, we can do like a little bit of like a cobblestone stair action right here, because the cobblestone waterlogged blocks cannot be frozen. Just so you guys know, if you're ever trying to make some waterways that will kind of work a little bit better for what you're trying to do. Let's go and take you out there, put that in there. That'll make that a water source. We can do that and get that guy. Oop, that created a water source there too. Perfect, cool. All right. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to capture. Oh, I forgot a section. No. How much did I forget? How much did I forget? Oh, I forgot 2 little sections. Got so excited to start working on the water there that I completely spaced on it. Okay, let's go and get these guys done here real fast. Let's go ahead. Do this right here. Bring you up. Hopefully the shaders aren't too crazy to be building in with you guys watching on your own side. And there's loud cars going by in the background. Perfect. Totally great clip here. Good job, Whip. Good job. Let's go ahead and finish this thing off. We don't have too much to finish up in here, but yeah, this is pretty much what I wanted to accomplish in today's episode. We got a lot of stuff done here. As I was saying, there's so much going on in this area now. I'm super pumped to bring you guys in for the next episode, where I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the snow. We're going to finish detailing up the terrain area, work on the river a little bit more, get this area ready to be built in. The goal for next episode is basically to get us to a point where we're okay with bringing in houses. I think we can do that pretty swiftly and get a lot of stuff done in here, because we already have the base shape of the terrain in here. Now all we got to do is get the area built up so it's all covered in snow, making it look like our winter wonderland, because this is a holiday special after all, guys. So we got to go ahead and get our winter wonderland stuff going on in here, because we can't skip out on that part. If we're skipping on in anything, we can't be that one. Can't be that one. Okay, I'll tell you guys what here. I'm going to go ahead and just end this episode off right like this. I'm going to finish up the rest of these mountains before I bring you guys back in for the next episode. And then we will go ahead and start tackling that stuff, getting so much more stuff built up in here. Really, really hoping you guys are enjoying this new mini series so far. All this stuff is brand new today. Wow, that's so much work. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying this, please hit that like button. It means a heck of a lot to me. Please hit that subscribe button if you are new, and I will catch you on the flip side.